Hey everyone, it's Damien Diecke here, the head coach at the School of Attraction. What I wanted to do today was have a quick educational discussion / rant about a topic that's come up quite a bit over the last few months, both in comments on some of my videos and in some videos that I've seen elsewhere on YouTube about learning to attract women. This topic is this idea that men have to be quote-unquote assholes to attract women. Or more importantly, that the last thing any man should want to be is what you call a nice guy. So for any of those of you who maybe haven't seen any of this material before, the thinking goes like this. Many guys who are considered to be quote-unquote nice guys have women who walk all over them, tread all over them, hurt them, take advantage of them, or just aren't interested in them at all and leave them for guys who treat them like crap. So the thinking has been men need to behave like complete assholes because let's face it, assholes get laid. Most of the guys we see around the place who are sleeping with lots of women and women seem to be attracted to are treating them like crap. Therefore, that's how men should behave if they want to be successful with women. I really, really hate this way of thinking. I think it does a lot of damage to women's outlook on men, but also it does a lot of damage to the industry, this industry of learned attraction. It doesn't give us a good reputation. To try to demonstrate why I think it's complete bollocks, this way of thinking, I want to have you think about the other side of the fence because I also coach women. I teach women how to attract men. Now, one of the problems that women have isn't in finding a guy. Women can find a guy. I mean, flash a bit of boob, show a bit of the leg, have a tight dress on, you're going to get 90% of the way there. But for women, the problem is often finding a guy who will treat them well, finding a good guy, finding a decent guy who's going to not be an asshole to them. That can be quite tough for a lot of women. So if you think I could say to women, well, look, I can clearly see that you get into a relationship and you're too nice to him. And what does this guy do? He treats you like crap. He might beat on you. He might, cheat on you on the side. He doesn't have respect for you. What woman wants to be in that relationship? So I could very well tell my female students, look, you know what you need to do? You need to be a bitch. Because if you're a bitch to guys, if you're a real hard case to guys, guys won't take advantage of you. If you're a real pain in the ass to guys, if you're just really mean to them and you treat them, you treat them a little tough to make sure they respect you, then you're not going to end up with guys who can take advantage of you. That seems like a great solution, right? I mean, if I was telling every woman to be just bitchy to guys, telling every woman not to be nice, not to be friendly, not to be kind, then women would cease to end up with guys who take advantage of them. That would be a great way to solve the problem. But guys, honestly, would you want me going around producing women like this in the greater world? I certainly hope not. I wouldn't like it. What do I feel when I meet a woman? And I imagine many of you have dated, or if not dated, many of you have met girls who do this, who really treat guys awfully so that guys can't treat them badly. Now, when I meet women like this out in the wild, out in bars, out in clubs, out during the daytime, I don't instantly think, oh, there's a woman I gotta respect. Or what do I think? I think, oh, there's a woman who's really insecure about herself, and she's blasting these insecurities out through her attitude towards men. She's treating men like crap because she's so insecure she doesn't dare to be anything other than a bitch. That's what I think about them. And here's the problem. I'm usually quite correct. People who are happy don't treat other people badly. We don't take advantage of other people, and we don't have to put them down. People who are happy don't do that. We treat other people well. So to look at men, it's exactly the same thing. What does a woman see when she sees a man who has to be a little bit mean to a woman to keep her keen? What does she see? She sees a man who's insecure. Now, I get it. If you have an option between being a guy who's a pushover, a nice guy who's a pushover, and a guy who's a complete asshole, I'm sorry to say that the assholes are going to get more women in their lives at the end of the day. But those aren't the only two options. You don't just have the option of being, a nice guy or an asshole. In an area of work that I'm very passionate called men's work, we look at it slightly differently. What we say is, you have a man who's all heart and no spine. He doesn't stand up for himself. He doesn't look after himself. He doesn't set boundaries for himself. And women feel like they can take advantage of him. All heart and no spine. And that's no good. And the opposite end of the spectrum, you've got guys who are all spine and no heart. He doesn't give a crap about anyone else but himself. He really doesn't get a damn so long as he gets what he wants. All spine and no heart. And you know what? To be at either end of that spectrum, for guys, is complete bullshit. It doesn't matter that one will get more women than the other. Because look, think about the type of women you're getting if that's the spectrum you're going to be in. If your attitude is, can't be nice to women because then they'll take advantage of me. You're only going to get women who are going to put up with a guy who's too insecure to be a decent human being. On the opposite end of the spectrum, if you look at women, the only guys that are going to date women who treat guys badly are the guys who are going to put up with it because their self-esteem is too low. Do you want a woman who has a really low self-esteem? I imagine the answer is no. You want a woman who's confident, who's happy, who knows who she is. Yeah? If you want to be able to get that type of woman in your life, you can't walk around being an asshole, but you also can't walk around being a really nice guy. A nice guy with no spine. But a nice guy, a guy who treats women well, I try to treat my women very well. You know, my partner, the girls in my life who have dated in the past, I treat them very well. I look after them. I respect them. I love them. Yeah? But at the same time, I set boundaries for myself. I know exactly what isn't acceptable for behavior for people around me, not just girls, but my friends as well. Yeah? I don't let my friends walk all over me, and I certainly won't let a woman walk all over me. But I don't have to achieve that end by being an asshole. I achieve that end by being very clear to people about what I want. So I just want to drive that point home today that, you know, you don't only have those two options. It's not just you can be a nice guy who everyone walks over, you can be a dickhead who won't take shit from anyone. There's a middle ground, and it's that middle ground that represents a balanced human being, that represents the kind of man who can get the kind of women most of you watchers actually want. A woman without tons of baggage, without her own insecurities, a woman who you can grow with. Even if it's just sex, I promise you, sex is better with women who have a high self-esteem than women who have a low self-esteem. So it doesn't matter what you're looking for, that middle ground is the perfect place to be. So thank you very much for watching, and please post comments. If you disagree, tell me. Make it succinct. I'm not going to respond to people who are just going to troll with some kind of crap. I'm not interested. Please, by all means, write what you want to write, but don't expect a response from me. But if you've got questions, or if you feel like you don't quite agree, write it down. Let me reply. I'll try to get back to everyone as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great week.